Can you tell the height difference? Yeah. So what I'm looking at are Nissan GT-R wheels. These came on the 2009 and up Nissan GT-R, the R35 platform. These wheels came earlier in the model range in the generation, so these are the CBA wheels, but nice, simple, elegant design. They work. Up until now, I think these are some of the most popular ones for people that want GT-R wheels. Why do people like Nissan GT-R wheels? Well, they do look pretty good. They're not ugly. They look decent, and they're forged by Ray's Engineering, so they're lightweight wheels. For example, they came with the Nissan GTR came with staggered wheels, and that's what I was looking at, the height difference, which is translates to width difference. The rear wheels are a little wider than the front, and the specs are both of them are 20-inch wheels, and as you can see, the design carried throughout. The rear is 20 diameter, 10.5 inches wide with an offset of 25 millimeters, and the front is 29.5 with an offset of 45 millimeters. And as you can see, this one has a pretty aggressive concave, the rear one. The front one is not too bad, but I know some people don't like that at all. They feel like it is a little too weak. So, and then the weight. So these are forged wheels made by Ray's Engineering for Nissan. And the weight on the front one is 26.6 pounds, and the rear one is 27.6 pounds. Talk about nice, proper engineering, proper design. So people like him for that, and they're an OEM wheel, and so the structural integrity of OEM wheels. Yes, some of them do end up having defects if you track them and you abuse them, but generally OEM wheels do pretty well. I'm one of those people that likes OEM plus. If I'm going to modify my own vehicle, I'm going to look for something within the family, right? So that's what we have here. And I think it's a pretty popular mod for many different platforms. The Infiniti FX crossovers, the Infiniti, the M37, and the the Q70, the big bodies. And I know people do also use these wheels on the Gs and the Q50s, Q60s. It just depends on what you're going for. Because of the offset difference and the width and all that, the rear wheels do poke out quite a little bit. And depending on what vehicle you're putting them on, they might stick out in a funky manner. And if you like that look, that's good for you. But if you're doing it with stock suspension, I'd recommend that you just consider that. But if you're going to modify your suspension, you can usually play with the specs and get that wheel to tuck in anyway. So one question people usually ask is, I have an all-wheel drive and I want to run these wheels. Can I do it without damaging my, drive line and things like that? Short answer, yes. The Nissan GTR itself is an all-wheel drive vehicle, and they do run staggered wheels, so not a big problem. The thing about staggered wheels is that you have to make sure that the circumference is on your tires. You can stagger your wheels, but your tires, make sure those do match. And that's not just for all-wheel drive only, by the way. Even rear-wheel drive, you make sure, use a tire calculator to make sure that your tires, whatever tires you end up getting, the rolling diameters, rolling circumferences are quite similar. It can be a few percentages off, but that's within the realm of tires that need rotation, right? So it's not a big deal. So I guess, do you need to, well, might as well show you the specs in the back. That's a front wheel, as you can see there. There's a spec, 9.5, 45. And this is the rear wheel. If I can get it. It says rear over there, and there's a spec in the back. And you might have noticed a little bit of powder here and there. So what happened is that these wheels are indeed used. They are OEM wheels. They are original wheels made by Ray's. And those, where does it say Ray's? It usually says it right there. Ray's Engineering. So they are original wheels, but I refurbished them, had them powder coated in what's that, cosmic gray, which is an interesting color. Not something that you see often. It's an interesting shade. Looks gray, looks Ford gray sometimes, depending on the angle. You see a little bit of gold in it. The technician told me it's got a lot of metal flake in it, so it's got a little bit of a dull shine to it, but I'm really eager to get them out in the sun and see what they look like out there. I just didn't want to do something like black. That was kind of overdone. So that's what we see in front of us. I'm selling them, and as you can see, I've got boxes pretty much ready to go. Just go ahead and once I get payment today, I box them up, and they'll be out in the post the next day, and I'll send you a tracking number. The price I'm asking for these wheels as a staggered set is going to be $1,625. And if you're in the US mainland, lucky, because that price includes free shipping to you. I am open to sell these wheels outside of the US mainland, but let's talk about it. Let's try to work a deal. I will credit you for whatever I would have, charged for shipping in the mainland, but you know, everything is negotiable. So let's talk about it. And the other thing is that I do give dibs to, first dibs to my family and YouTube, but eventually they will end up on eBay. And I see the amount of money that people end up paying at the end of the day when they buy through eBay, and I'm thinking, man, I wish you had seen my other listing. I would have given you a really good deal, but for the sake of integrity, I'm not going to tell somebody, hey, don't, come through the back door. If you found me on eBay, that means eBay has done its work. They have advertised for me, and I've got a little over 6,000 subscribers right now, but eBay is worldwide. How many people see your ads, So that's something to consider. So oh yeah, I got the jingles in my pocket. Depending on what application you're going to use these for, I've got some wheel caps for you. I think the Nissan wheel caps work decently over here. Yeah, different shades of gray, but if you stand far enough and you squint, you can't really tell the difference, right? And then if you're buying this for an Infiniti application, I've got some wheel caps for you. Well, unfortunately, all I have are the chrome wheel caps, but look at that. They don't look too bad. So that's what the package is going to involve. And as I said, pack them well, make sure they're nicely protected, and ship them to you. You get your tracking numbers as soon as possible. I will put my contact information in the description box of this video, as well as in the comment section, so that if you've got further questions, reach out to me. If you are not an Infiniti or a Nissan owner and you're curious, well, I've actually seen these wheels being used in many different platforms. For example, Lexus, Toyotas. So go for it. Just check online and see what's out there. You might like the way they look. But otherwise, that's all I've got for you guys for now. If you're curious about anything else, reach out to me. I'll be open to getting back to you as soon as possible. But if you're looking to buy these wheels, hey, bang my line. Reach out to me, send me an email, and yeah, there's Facebook as well. I'll put my contact information in the description box. Okay? All the best. See you guys on the flip side.